Hi. Uh, there's a few things I want to premise on this video. This is the third time I tried to watch this. There was a lot of technical difficulties. Um, the reason I'm making this video is I'm going to repeat what I said last time because the microphone didn't work and we're starting this again. I run a support group. I've been running it for 5 years. I was told to look into this video because people wanted to hear my thoughts on it due to what I listened to and their problems that I hear every single day, from sexual abuse to loneliness to depression to valueless. And this video by Shoe0nhead here, which this is the first time I've ever seen any of her videos, is about male loneliness. And I have a couple people in my group that are currently going through a form of, I want to say, thoughtful suicide. Like, they're thinking about it. And I want to give my thoughts on what she says here and maybe give my own takes on the video.
I regret to inform you the men are not okay. That's right, folks, the men are not okay. The men have no friends, no girlfriend, no college education, no money, are breaking their legs and inserting metal rods into their bones to be a few inches taller, and listening to AI Batman help them overcome their pornography addictions.
You deserve real love.
Yes. There are men in my support group who had sexual abuse and used pornography as a release of kind. It warps the mind and it corrupts the soul. All right, there's no other two ways about it. But I'm also going to say that if it takes place of worse things such as drugs or you being depressed, there's worse things that can happen. Yes, you should get off it. Have an AI Batman do it. That's freaking weird. But if it works for you, it works for you. And I'm not gonna. It's weird, but I'm not gonna sit here and judge you for using AI Batman because this is a good thing. I might find it strange, but I will sympathize that AI Batman may help these men find real love.
Turns out the society that was built by and allegedly for men has indeed let them down. Now you might be thinking, oh look, another boo-hoo poor men video by Shoe0nhead. Yes, and if you have a problem with that, tune into literally anything else. Men are in a crisis and it seems nobody really cares. And the people who do care just seem like the people who want to be.
Why are men and boys
All right, this is where I got to last time.
A few new studies have come out that have shown that young men are more lonely and single than ever before. But it's not just men, the women and children too. It's predicted 40. This is a good thing.
Okay, so I want to point that back out. Let's go back for a second. 45% of women are expected to be single and childless by 2030. I'm going to say the main reason for that is not that women, don't want to find men. It's that men they don't look for women anymore. They don't think it's worth their time. It's not worth their feelings being hurt. It's not worth the rejection. It's not worth their pride. I had people in my group, how do I explain this? They would rather stay in the house than go out and look for a spouse. They would rather, they build this sense of it's not needed for them to, do well in life. They feel like they don't have to find a woman to succeed. They need something to care about, and they feel like they are like degraded, belittled, and that's the issue. All right, now I'm gonna say most men pretty gross. Men are not the greatest people in the world. Trust me, I am one. But what I can say is there's reasons behind every action. You know, men can get really angry due to their testosterone levels. Men can get horribly depressed by being alone. They feel like they need someone but can't because they can't reach out. They can't go to the bar and talk to a girl or go to the gym and meet a woman because they don't want to face like coming off as a creep and then, you know, being the feeling of like, I want to say rejection, but it's not. I'll think of it. I will.
By 2030. But according to the media, this is a good thing.
It's not.
The economy is
It's not a good thing.
as they say. And meanwhile, men being single is treated like this.
I want to say, like, I have men and women in my group. I've been doing it for 5 years. They come and go. There's people that join my group just because they are lonely and depressed to come and talk and feel like it's a safe space. People need a safe space. You would think, like, you would think therapy, but, you know, unless it's group therapy, it's not the same. Because a group isn't just for, you know, you're depressed. It's to make friends, to, you know, people that are going through what you're going through. And, you know, I know a lot of men, I have more women than men in my group due to what I'm saying. Men are harder to come out as talking about their feelings, coming out and showing their emotions.
New study explains why some single men are having a hard time finding a new partner. Some of the music that
The people in my group are from the ages 13 to like
Men, stop listening to that derogatory music. Then
36,
single.
roughly.
I don't know, I think men and women being single and lonely kind of shows there might be something wrong with society. Perhaps we should address this, not just wave it off as empowering or pathetic. According to several different articles, I love how that's my
She's
story.
completely
I read
right.
about it on the internet.
Everyone
Research
reads
shows
everything
that
on the internet.
capitalist countries show a greater sense of loneliness. This is linked to socioeconomic development, increased education, a shift towards white-collar jobs, and urbanization. Japan also has an issue with loneliness. In fact, they have a whole movement of people they call the hikikomori. Did I say that right? I don't care. Basically, postmodern hermits. Mostly young men who completely withdraw from society.
This isn't just Japan. There before the, you know, there's people in my group, men that had their parents shove them out of their house and bring them to my group because they would lock themselves inside their house. I had a guy who, you know, he has plenty of money, but he stays in the house and doesn't find a job, doesn't find a wife, nothing. Again, it's not worth their time. It's not that they like, you know, this guy's looking at a pair of curtains and you know, lucky for this guy, he has curtains. A lot of my group don't even want to hang curtains. The men comes off as like feminine or something, but it's not that they're afraid. They don't think it's worth their time. They have nothing to desire. They have nothing to preserve or protect. They feel like they are being wasted, and they would just rather stay inside where they know they have a purpose.
In their rooms for months and years at a time. In 2010, there was an estimated 700,000 hikikomori in Japan, and today it's estimated to be about 1.55 million. And because of things like this, people aren't having babies, so Japan's population has been in a sharp decline since 2011. It's gotten so bad that Japan even produces videos of live-action women staring into the camera to help the hikikomori learn to cope with eye contact and reintegrate them back into society. So basically,
That's very strange. Probably effective. Very strange. Obviously, as a support group counselor myself, I think they should bring these hikikomori together and, you know, have them share their experiences with each other and have them relate to each other before they relate, you know, staring into women eyes for eye contact. That would be Japan is strange. There's no two ways about it. We know it's all strange, but if it helps someone, once again, just like the Batman thing, if it's weird but it helps, what's my place to judge, right? What is my place to judge?
If you want to know America's future, look no further than Japan. A lot of people, including myself, blame this partially on the rise of social media and technology. RIP to the king. Although technology makes things easier, it can also make us more atomized. Why go to the mall when I can just tap, 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 buy a new microphone, and have it shipped to me in a day? Why hang out with friends when I can get all my social interaction I need from Twitter and streamers? Why go on dates and bother meeting women when I could just tap, 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 Google big boob and get 2 million results? Or see my high school crush's holes on OnlyFans for $5.
There's a lot to unpack here. First, the OnlyFans thing. There's multiple girls in my support group that are on OnlyFans. 2 of them do it to survive. Currently, it's a living. They feel ashamed. They feel like men can be disgusting in the world because of what's going on, and they have this hatred of men, and they have this hatred of using themselves for OnlyFans. They felt like it's degrading. Now, why do they do it? They get money, right? So don't feel bad for them, and they're coming to terms with that. As I was trying to say this, it's that they're realizing the men on these websites aren't a depiction of all men. They're showing the worst aspects of men. Google big boob. Let's get to that. Yes, a lot of men would find it easier just to Google big boob, start whacking off, instead of finding a woman. It's easier, not wasted their time trying to find a woman. Don't take care of kids, don't need any kind of help. Stay at home. It's simple as that. Easy, no source of rejection, no source of marriage, no source of responsibility, and no source of belittlement. I believe it's all about belittlement with men, right? It's all about that they need an ability and desire that they have to do something in life. Like, I know in my heart of hearts that my purpose in life is to help other people. And, I have a strong will to do that, but men need a purpose. And, it used to be find a woman and get married, have kids. And now it's what keeps you from getting in the least amount of trouble or the least amount of effort, because finding a woman and having kids, if a woman said no, rejecting you, you would go on, but now it's a big deal and people don't want to deal with that. Men don't want to deal with that.
Instant dopamine, instant satisfaction, and hey, who even needs a real woman when you can just have an AI girlfriend? We're so dating apps.
I do appreciate that she
I'm convinced they completely broke
bleeps out the curse words.
Women on dating apps are picky. Women in general are picky, and I mean, naturally we are pickier. We're the ones who carry babies, at least for now. But
and they have every right to be pickier. Men can be disgusting. Men can be gross. Men don't usually... I've seen mattresses on the floor of houses. Men don't really have coffee tables. Men don't have... like I said, don't have freaking... They don't have curtains. They're not me where they hang up all this stuff in the background. And that's because there is a... It's not... Right? You're saying they're gross. They don't do these things. But once they have a woman in their life, they will. See, here's the thing. You need to understand, and this is what a lot of women don't understand, and I try to get my point across, is they need you, once they have you, more than you need them. Alright? They will do anything to stay with you. Right? Let's say, if you let a guy roll right over you, they'll beat the crap out of you. Like, physical abuse. I've had women have physical abuse in my group. Got another boyfriend, took the advice of, saying like, hey, these are, you gotta take a shower. You smell like ass. All right. And you know what happened? Respect. They took a shower. They hung curtains, and they're currently happy together. This is another example. But I'm not gonna say any names here, obviously. But again, it's a feeling and purpose in life. Men want you more than you want them.
Dating apps, you have to admit,
To all the
is a
women out
little
there.
insane. It's safe to say that the commodification of love and window shopping of dating apps probably has to do a lot with the rise of lonely single men. Men are not just lonely when it comes to dating, they're lonely when it comes to friendship too. According to
People in my support group, if you're under the age of 18, you're not allowed on social media due to morons and depression. And if you're under the age of 18, you're not allowed on a dating app. Or no, you're not allowed. My rule is you're not allowed on a dating app at all if you're in my support group, because the amount of feeling rejected it skyrockets, and they can't handle it. I am sure a lot of people in the world can handle it. There's plenty of dating apps in the world. I'm just saying from my experience and what I tell people, stay off. Because as a guy, I ain't gonna go on a dating app. I ain't gonna go to a social gathering. I'm going to want to walk up to a woman and ask them out on a date. And if I'm rejected, then I'm rejected. I used to be an introvert. I used to be very sick growing up. Barely could I get out of bed even. And I did my entire high school online, and now, after being a manager multiple times and doing the support group, I talk to everyone. Being a deacon, I talk to everyone at a church. I go out, reach out, and I speak my truth to everyone. And if they don't like who I am or what I do, I move on. I expect them to tell me to my face, I don't like you, I don't want to talk to you. And if they can't tell me that, then I'll continue talking to them and try to make their day better.
Vox, Americans are currently in a friendship recession, and men are being hit the hardest. The percentage of men who reported having at least
6 close friends. Yeah, but 1 in 5 men don't have any friends, I believe. I have, tons of friends. And women, everyone. But that's because I go like this, try to make everyone's day, try to get everyone pumped and happy to work, pumped and happy to be there. People call me a fool dancing at work. People call me, strange and nervous, but no, I'm just outgoing. I try to make people feel better. I get a lot of people that hate me for it. I make a lot of friends. And you must accept that not everyone's going to like you or the way you are.
6 close friendships fell in half since the 90s. 1 in 5 men.
Yeah, 1 in 5 men.
No close friendships. Looking at all these statistics, the explosion of figures like Andrew Tate is not surprising at all.
I believe being a man is a blessing because it starts so different. I believe that every man is born without any value at all.
Being a man sucks. Would I rather be a man than a woman in this world? 1,000%. 1,000. But being a man sucks. Not as a body, not as a human, but socially. In society, it sucks. Alright, you go get a job. I'm sorry, we can't hire any more white men. We can't hire any more African men. We must have a standard. We can't hire. We can't have. You're a pedophile, or you're a you put your hand on a woman's butt, or accusations, all this. Men do those things. They do. And, I run a support group. I hear about it a lot. But, my favorite thing, I have women on this side of the group and men on this side. These things happen to the girls over here. But the men have a point that they never did these things. And yet, these women still hated them before they got to know them. Everyone in my group loves each other now. But these women hated them before they ever even, got to know these men. They never got to talk to them. So once they got to know them, they realized, not all men are bad. Women's bodies are much harder to deal with. Men have problems with society. They have no value at all. It's true. Men have no value at all. And you gotta build it. You gotta deserve it, and that's your purpose in life. Men need a purpose, and without one, let that be a wife, a kid, money, anything, they'll commit suicide. Simple as that.
I think that the world's never going to think you're important unless you make yourself important.
And recently, a new study came out about how young men are moving towards the right. And every other month, we, the liberal, sockdom, leftist, whatever you want to call this space online, performs the same song and dance. What's wrong with men? Why is this happening? Why don't we have a leftist Andrew Tate? We need to push men to the left. Andrew
I don't get political on this channel. I don't like to, because I feel like it is a form of separation in my support group where we don't even talk about it. We don't bring it up because it doesn't matter to us. We're all human beings. We have to get along in a way. But I understand where they're coming from here. Yes, men would go to the conservative side because they feel like they could find a relationship. They can get help, get advice, get, their morals together. It makes sense. This makes sense. But what I'm saying is bringing politics into a situation where there's depression of men and women doesn't help at all. It tears you apart. It tears people apart.
Tate rarely, if ever, talks about politics. Andrew Tate talks about men, and the left only talks about men when they talk about Andrew Tate. A few months ago, during one of the monthly song and dances, some progressive people I follow made the mistake of addressing men's issues, and the even bigger mistake of pointing their finger at their own spaces for not doing enough to address said men's issues.
Recently, there were some statistics by healthcare company Cigna indicating that men are the loneliest generation. And addressing it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you turn your back on issues pertaining to women, but it does mean
This
that
is
you should be
absolutely.
focused on what it is in society that is leading to this epidemic.
It's not just is the left out of touch. It's everyone is out of touch. Because you don't hear men complain about their loneliness. Men cannot, will not produce their feelings. They're emotional endeavors. They won't do it. You have to pry it out of them. You must make them feel and understand that it's not only a safe environment, but a respected one.
The left can do to offer solutions, and how we can basically fight back against the more nefarious figures who have filled the void that men are struggling with, people like Jordan Peterson and what have you.
I live on the Jordan Peterson diet. I only eat meat. I don't think there's anything wrong with Jordan Peterson. I don't know why he's nefarious. I don't know what he's done. I don't ever watch him, but I do live on his diet.
Now, recently, Bosch, who's a popular streamer, had tweeted this thread that how important it is to understand that 12-year-old white boys on Twitch are not being pulled into fascism because of some Machiavellian desire to preserve and expand their privileges. It's because the right talks to them and the left doesn't.
White boys on Twitch are not being pulled into fascism. Because, is he referring to the right as fascist? Huh? They're both sides have forms of fascism on them. Left and right. You can't refer to just the right as fascist, and you can't refer to just the left as fascist. You can't. Because it's not true. They're both have forms of fascism.
The responses to these tweets and this content were very normal, level-headed, and respectful. Me when I lie. LMAO, cry about it.
Whoa.
LMAO.
The reason we need to, for our own sake, this is absolutely true. Lamau? Dude, what a dick. Excuse my language. I don't like to curse. This makes me upset. This Hassan guy obviously doesn't understand the pain that men go through. And he's gay. Well, I have a homosexual, lonely man who's on the verge of suicide because he feels like he cannot be loved by anyone, and he cannot be he cannot reach out and have a desired friendship that relates to him, and he feels like he can't have any form of passion taken from him because of his own father. And this guy says Lamau. Doesn't even know the contest. Shame on him.
Cry about it.
Men don't cry. I cry. And men do. The phrase men don't cry is because they keep their emotions bottled up until they take themselves out. Shame.
Boo fucking boo.
I'm sure all these women have some horrible experience with men in the past. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't judge them. Okay. I have women in my group that have horrible experiences with men, and like I said earlier, once they got to know the other people in my group, they're like a family. People that leave my group stay friends. And then these people, they just need some help. And she's shown a good example why I don't let social media for any of the kids in my group. Because if you can't sympathize with them, like this woman, you know what they are? Morons. And you gotta realize that. You gotta realize that these are morons, and you can't take them seriously. But to a person under the age of 19, they can't take these criticisms. It hurts them inside. It hurts them deeply.
Oh no, poor widow men having problems. Boo hoo. Grow the f up then. Have men
Morons. Have men considered being
smarter?
moron response. Exhibit A, don't go on the internet. Watch what your kids read. Leads to depression.
I'm enjoying these sad little boys and their sad little tweets about their sad, pathetic lives.
Do they not understand that these people are hurting on the inside? Do they take pleasure in making others feel pain, sadness, and a sense of this probably could have killed someone. It's horrible. It could have ruined their life. Could have hurt them. You don't know. This tweet, someone read it, realized they had worthless in society, and then they locked themselves in a room. What a shame. What a shame.
Sounds like a personal problem.
They just need help.
Is the lack of compassion for men in the room with us right now? Maybe men are just not good people then.
Maybe men are just not good people then. I consider myself a good person. I've never hit anyone. I've only ever tried to help people to my own detriment.
I'm so tired of people trying to make male loneliness a huge societal problem.
Because it is. Male loneliness is a societal problem. Yes, it is. And this woman picture here, moron.
Yeah, no, their fifis are not my responsibility, and I shouldn't have to be punished because they can't get their shit together as human beings. Grow the up.
Men do not act like human beings until they have a woman in their life or another person in their life. Statistically, men don't even get a bed frame until they have a wife. They sleep with a mattress on the floor. So, they shouldn't be punished to get their, crap together as human beings. Well, they feel like there's no reason, no responsibility, have no source of life, have no meaning and will to live because they have nothing to live for. How about that one? You ever thought about that? No, probably not.
Why are we trying to win these entitled little predators over? The left isn't for them. That's why they go right in the first place. We're all lonely and alienated. It's young men going to the alt-right in droves. The problem isn't our messaging, it's them.
Little predators over, huh? I don't feel bad for this. This woman had something happen to her. This woman was abused in some way. I forgive her for saying this. But I am going to say, men are not predators. They have high testosterone levels that make them angry. And they, and they have a severe sex drive. Like, for me, I live by celibacy. Currently. I've nothing to hide. I've never had sex before. Until I'm married, I have no reason or will to go out and, do that. Have I had girlfriends? Absolutely. I just wait until marriage at this point. Because that's, I have no will to, there's no purpose to just have sex for pleasure. Men have no one to teach them that. Men have no reason to take care of themselves, to find someone, to actually build relationships. You see sex on TV everywhere. the men in my group and the women in my group want to see meaningful relationships presented on the big screen. I feel sorry for this woman. I do.
It's literally not our problem. Men flock to Andrew Tate not because they're lonely, but because they're bigots.
Ugh. Yeah, she's just a moron. This person maybe has brain disorder. That's all.
Helps? Nah, it's just misogynist being louder than before and not getting laid. LOL. Cry harder, losers.
This is a guy calling men misogynists, not getting laid. I've never had sex. I'm pretty lonely. If it's not for my support group, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's people in my group horribly lonely. So cut themselves due to it. Depression. Cry harder, losers. They don't even cry. They don't even talk. They'll sit. And they'll listen to others. And they'll bottle up those feelings. And then the next day, you won't see them. And they're gone.
90% of all homicides reported worldwide were committed by male perpetrators. We should just get rid of all males, to be honest. This includes trans women, as they still retain male violence.
This is a testosterone problem. 90% of all... Yes, absolutely, of course. Men are violent. You know what she isn't saying? 70% of those are male perpetrators that don't have a father figure in their lives to teach them right and wrong, to teach them what's good in the world and how to be and act like a man. Because 90% of homicides, 90% of SA, sexual assault, that's not a man. That's an animal. And it takes a father to turn an animal into a man.
By the way, you know the Tumblr feminists who were like, all men are sexist and rapists, male peers, penises are evil, blah 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 back in the day? Well, this is them now. Should've just let me cook back then. Listen up, chuckle. I'm white, socially awkward, autistic, in my 40s, ugly, overweight, crippled, got a weird balding pattern, and have bad skin. You know what I didn't do? Choose to become a fascist. Because I recognize most of the sort that look like me are the problem. I may be...
Moron. I don't even feel bad for that. If you're so self-harming, so just discriminating your own self-interest and body, you're the moron.
hideously ugly and pathetic, but at least I'm not a fascist. Thank you for your input, buddy. You're, really helping the situation. The reason young men flock to alt-right MRA movements is because the left gives brain-dead advice to young men. We need to be more compassionate to them, for our own sake. I'm sorry, but how is respect women brain-dead advice?
Because it's not. But at the same time, they never really said that. Most men respect women when they give them shit to respect. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to break all of your shit. I'm going to change your life. And once you're with them, they will change and respect women way more than you ever know. They will break themselves for you. So make them respect women as the wife. make him respect you. Or leave him.
What advice? Don't rape?
Men are not rapists. Yes, statistically, most rapes are happened by men. Testosterone, bro. Okay, men are naturally more violent than women. But I just want it to be known that these words right here are why women are lonely and can't find mates, because men don't go up to women. Because there's girls out there that will be like, oh, another predator, another rapist in the making. How dare you come up to me? Shame, moron.
Don't be a rapist is bad advice? Help, I have no friends or community. I feel suicidal. Have you considered not raping? Act like a decent fucking human being. It's not hard. Is brain dead advice? Brain dead advice like get consent and don't be a Nazi and women are people. Walking up to men struggling with loneliness and depression like
Kids, don't be racist.
incredible. Here's my actual advice I would give to my teen boys as a leftist. 1. Always get enthusiastic consent. 2. Save the planet. 3. Don't say that. It's actually kind of racist.
I guess. Enthusiastic consent, save the planet. Don't say that. I guess. But racism, like anything you say, I'm sure there's something can be taken out of context in this video and be considered racist, I'm sure. But, being enthusiastic about consent, yeah, I guess. Just do what I do. Have her ask you if she wants to have sex. If this is the time.
Like, what the f is this? How does this address men and their issues? It doesn't. Why does their advice always seem to be, become a liberal? Hey men, here's how to fix all your problems. Agree with me politically. Men flock to the MRA movement because they're the largest beneficiaries of MRA shit. Imagine saying women flock to women's rights activism because they're the biggest beneficiaries of women's rights. Like, no shit. Let's be honest. Aside from procreation purposes, men have become obsolete. Most women can find other methods of achieving orgasm without a man there. And speaking as a man, most of us are hard to be around. And I don't blame any woman for just saying, no thanks. Oh my god, dude, this is what every just early things tweet looks like to me. Just with the genders swapped. This is pathetic. You know what took 3 without a man there.
This guy probably is a rapist. Look at him. He's staring into my soul, dude. Oh my goodness. Nah. This is called I'm going to belittle men so I can get with a woman sentence. You're sick dude. He's also a moron. Remember that. These are morons we're listening to.
And speaking as a man, most of us are horrid to be around. And I don't blame
Horrid.
any woman for just saying, no thanks. Oh my god, dude.
She's not a moron. She seems pretty cool. Horrid, huh? Right. So, me having people come and sit with me because they are so depressed and no one will listen to them, and I sit and listen to people come and cry for hours and hours. I guess I'm horrid to be around. All those people seeking me out. Never realized maybe I'll just disappear. I don't know.
This is what every just pearly things tweet looks like to me. Just with the genders swapped. This is pathetic. You know what fixes male loneliness? Fucking all. As a man, I'll say this. Sit down, shut up, and beat one out. You'll feel better. I promise.
I'm very open. I only beat one out twice a year. It's not worth my time. It's a waste of time. I would rather spend my time finding someone and growing a meaningful relationship than beating one out to feel better. Not once has it ever made me feel better. It only made me feel like a loser. Because guess what? That instant relief, that accomplishment isn't deserved. Because I didn't find a woman. I cheated. Beating one out is cheating. You're looking on the internet and you're cheating. No. It's not deserved. You don't feel better. You'll feel shame.
Yeah, guys, just beat one out. Just go off. Just watch. Batman would be very disappointed in all of you. It's so funny how men feel entitled to the girlfriend. No, you sexist freak. When one side is like, wanting a girlfriend is sexist entitlement, and the other side is like, here's how to get a girlfriend. I don't know, bro. What happened to males just kicking the bucket? Now they just come on here and try to make their loneliness and misery into some social justice issue.
Because it is.
Trust me, men are still kicking the bucket. And when they're not giving mind-blowing advice like just to be a liberal, they're outright dismissing men's issues completely. It's not our job to educate them. Since men created the problem, they need to take steps to fix it.
What? Well, you know, then there's me, support group, taking steps to help as many people as possible. But everyone should help everyone with their problems. Isn't that what people? Isn't that what you believe? Do you believe in treating someone differently because of their loneliness and pain? What if there was a woman coming out as lesbian? Would you treat that woman differently because she's depressed about being a homosexual lesbian? No, you wouldn't. So a man that needs help healing in here, why do you treat them differently? Why don't you help them?
We have other things to care about. Men can figure out their own problems that they created. Again, it's not women's jobs to change how men are socialized. It's a man issue, and y'all need to address that amongst yourselves. Men created their own problems. Men can solve their own problems. The left is busy. Why does the will...
Yeah, men, it's not their own problems. It's society taking away men's problems. Men had this, and they got rid of this, and now they hate everything. Except this is still here, and they can't see it because this happened, and now this is happening. Well, what do I mean by that? These are women, okay, that want to be approached. All good. This is people complaining. This is men depressed because they can't find any women, they don't want to approach anything. But actually, women still want to be approached. They just don't realize it and don't know. Because of all the, internet holding a group tie over their neck.
well-being of other people concern me. Leftists, by the way. It's all systemic issues and societal factors and blah 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 until it's a man and then suddenly it's pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. This problem is just a consequence of the patriarchy. Now take a wild guess about which gender created the patriarchy. Solve your own problems and leave women alone. These people rightly mock the bootstraps rhetoric until the subject is a man and then it's bootstraps all the way down. They would never talk about any other group this way. It's wild. And it's kind of like both sides are telling men to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but one is like, I'll show you how, and the other is like, fuck off. And when they're not telling men to straight straight up f off. They're giving the 200 IQ answer that nobody has ever heard before. Just show your emotions, bro. And I'm not.
This woman is so smart. Yeah, men don't show their emotions. They don't. That's what I've been trying to say in this video. They don't do it. You pry it out of them. You have to get them a comfortable space. They can't show their emotion. And yes, the whole F off thing. Where do they come to me? They go to Andrew Tate. They go to Jesus. You know, when this is why they actively. I know that there's people in my group that actively, men in my group, hate the left, hate it with fiery passion because of this. Because of this. Not great. I'm running a Catholic support group here, so since there's no political views in my group, I hear both sides of the story. But the more women or the men are right winged because they don't believe in abortion. But what I'm saying is, even though there's gay men and such in my group, they are still, because of these situations, don't support them. I know that they go on the internet all the time and have to deal with this.
Oh, you're crying at your grandfather's funeral? Okay, f***it. And studies have shown that men.
There is a man who comes into my support group because he's lonely, and he tells me every day when he goes home his father calls him a faggot for him sharing his emotions at my group.
Are scared to be vulnerable, even around the homies. And can you blame them when the media says stupid like this? Fellas, is it quote to open up to your fellow men and discuss history? Men are socialized to believe strength, dominance, and stoicism are behaviors of a real man. Is it any surprise that men are lonely and have less friends nowadays? You have to be vulnerable to make friends. Don't tell me there aren't systemic problems affecting men. Now, while a lot of this may be true, men have been socialized this way for centuries, and this is all relatively a new phenomenon. Toxic masculinity has existed forever. If anything, there's less toxic masculinity nowadays. The cultural embrace of gender nonconformity, femboys, Harry Styles in a dress, Barbie movie, blah 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 blah. My point is, toxic masculinity did not just appear in the mid-2010s, but social media did, and the internet did, and the rise of dating apps did, and the housing crisis.
This woman's a
Living
genius.
in a country where the wealth inequality is worse than it was during the Gilded Age. That all happened recently. Oh my god, the privileged life these poor little boys must have, that their biggest problem is being lonely, i.e. so insufferable that nobody wants to sleep with them. So much more pressing than the poor distribution of wealth causing people to suffer food and housing insecurity.
Moron alert. Wee woo, wee woo. Here we go. Privileged life, these poor little boys. So I want you come over to my group, this person. Tell the little boy in my group who is 15 that he is lonely, feels like he can't make any friends, and he's so privileged, white privilege, that his grandfather used to beat him every day and have him walk through electrical lines and torture him and train him to do close hand-to-hand combat because the military screwed up his mind. Come on over here. Come tell him he's a privileged little boy. He's in suffering. No one wants to sleep with him. tell him he's never gonna have a wife, kids, be happy. Oh yeah. And I want to see you in a week and be there at his freaking funeral, because that's what would happen. This person is a cancer, an absolute cancer to society.
Boo-hoo, you're lonely and have no friends and are suicidal when? Because feeling alienated under capitalism apparently isn't a thing. People are working harder and longer while wages have been stagnant. Men have been dropping out of college like flies. And what does that get you? Poor men. Which, since women are doing amazing in college now, and many are now out-earning men, this most of the time leads to single men, which then leads to lonely men, which leads to depressed men, which leads to the high suicide rate. In my opinion, leftism at its
I don't, you don't have to say
does
anything.
a great job
It's
addressing
true.
the shitty material conditions that in part lead to the problems that men are facing, but then absolutely drops the ball when it comes to everything and anything related to men's cultural issues. Many such cases. And why would a struggling man even want to move left when the left appears actively hostile to them?
The question of whether or not the hashtag online left
Is this a zombie? What's going on here? What are you doing? I don't know who this is. It looks like a zombie.
is enough to appeal to hashtag men has become the question du jour. And
Du jour? Is this guy a man? What's going on here? What is this? Who is this?
like, men have most of the money, authority, and do most of the murdering.
What does that matter? They're human beings. They're people. How could you be so hurtful to people? How could you hurt people like that?
It assaulting.
The average young
Yeah, they make money. Murdering and assaulting? Yeah, they do. But they're people and deserve to be treated fairly and respectfully. And how much is it their fault, or is it what they eat and what they put in their body, or growing up without a father figure or a mother to tell them right and wrong? You don't know what they go through. And I believe that both the victim of a assault and the assaultist need help. The assaultist is in the wrong, but you need to understand, before you just throw him in jail, you need to understand his problems or her problems. And then, I'm much more with the victims, but I have had, felons come into my group and cope with their problems.
man in America isn't Jeff Bezos. Also, why did this motherfucker just FBI crime statistics at me? Men do the most murder. Okay?
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve. They like that. They want it to stay that way because it suits them.
Is he wearing lipstick? Yes, it does. And what do you mean don't deserve? If they worked for it, they deserve it, right? But again, this guy, these lonely men are not the people he's referring to. He's throwing all of men under a bus. He's only talking about the top 5%. Men are hurting in here. And obviously this man doesn't respect that.
Because of the stuff, telling people they're special and deserve all the nice shit that they have, that's going to be an easier sell 10 times out of 10 than saying, hey, maybe you should have less stuff and other people should have more.
Are you slow? Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's a moron. That's right. My bad. Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize we're professional moron. Right, here we are. Well, professional moron. If they earn the money, they deserve it. If they have a feeling that they need to be happy, every person needs to be happy. Just because you're a guy who's straight and white doesn't mean you don't deserve to be happy. I'm sure if you said this to someone of your, own culture, left, homosexual, or anything, you would say the same thing. They deserve to be happy too.
Leftism is when you don't have a lot of stuff. We're gonna take your stuff. You sound like a 65-year-old Fox News boomer's idea of what the left is. Are you a CIA agent? The right is saying to men, you will own a house. You will have beautiful children with your loving wife. You will have privacy. You will have free speech. You will own things, and you will be happy. And the left is like,
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
but don't get me wrong, Republicans will not do shit. The Republican Party will not do shit. The establishment in general will not do shit to help any of this. But the right is, at least rhetorically, offering men something other than nothing or the eternal HR department. Every time this discord comes
Whoa,
up, there's
HR.
like, we need a leftist Andrew Tate. We need masculine role models on the left. But the fact is, it's hard for progressives to organically appeal to men because a large part of progressivism is oppressive hierarchy, and men are oppressors, making progressivism.
Impressive hierarchy. You know who did that? You know who designed that? Oh, Mussolini. I'm sorry. Oh.
Look, appealing to young men is an uphill battle from the start. And although it's funny to laugh at insane people on Twitter, as always, there have been a lot of left-wing content creators talking about men's issues. If you would have told me this would be a thing 9 years ago, I would not believe you, because anyone talking about men's issues back in the day was told an MRA or a pick-me. But lately I have seen a lot of good pro-men lefty content, and I'll put some links to some below. I don't agree with all the points they say, but I recommend watching. It's much better than...
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
But the issue is a lot of this lefty pro-men content, it's always framed around how do we get them? As if men are just pawns and tools for your personal politics. How do we make the left more appealing to men? How do we stop lonely men from moving to Andrew Tate? Instead of just, how do we help men? And I think that's a really big issue. Both sides seem to treat men as political fodder. Disposable soldiers in the culture war and real war. Anyway, misandry is real.
Doesn't matter perspective.
Oh good, finally! And while it doesn't systemically affect cis men, it most certainly affects trans men.
That's a matter of perspective. Sometimes, when you hear something so dumb and so stupid, you just have to go into a little zone and just sit for a moment and just... like, you just can't believe that there's someone so dumb in the world. So dumb. Oh, it just makes me so sad. I think this person who wrote this probably thinks there's 3 moons in the sky.
Oh, y'all talking about misandry doesn't harm men, and trans men are right there reading this shit, by the way. I see, now we only care about misandry because it affects trans men. Everyone stop. It's affecting a group I care about now. I love how the rhetoric just, like, evolved overnight from male to...
Like I've been saying this whole video, it shouldn't matter what you are, or who you are, or what you do, or what you like. Everyone deserves to feel loved. Right? Can we all agree that love is the most important thing to our society as people?
There's to
before we transitioned, we knew what it felt like to like have people want to hug us and to have people want to talk to us and have a community. And then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you. And friendships are so much harder to build. And what's hard is none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis white men. All of that's valid, but I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher than men.
Welcome to me.
That's right. He's right. And this is why you have to talk to people. You have to go to groups. It's because men. I literally walk down the street of a city near me, and I've had people walk in the other direction or walk around me so I can't see them, just so I don't go up to them or talk or want to even see my face. And for this man who transitioned, I believe, into a man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you believe that you're a man, and I'm sorry that you're going through this right now. And, I don't know if you believe in God, but I will pray for that man. It's been a couple years since this video came out, but I will pray for him to feel better. And that right there, those people are why I do my group, why I take calls on Discord, why I look at my emails from people and listen to people and talk to people, because that right there, I don't want to see it happen. I don't want to see people hurt like that. I really don't. For people who don't know, I have a separate job, but all the money that I make from Twitch or from YouTube, from TikTok, goes into this support group to make them feel better.
Being a man, here's your complimentary isolation and yellow pillow. I love how even when he's experiencing the issues of being a man, he's like, this doesn't invalidate people hating men. Come on, bro. Men struggling don't want to be lectured about the patriarchy. They don't want to be told it's all their fault. They don't want to be told they're part of the problem. Because first of all, they're not. The average 20-year-old didn't build society. They go to work, come home, off to sissy hypno fetish, and go to bed like everyone else. I've talked about this before, but a lot of men's value comes from the money they make, unfortunately. Men are natural providers, and if they have nobody to provide for, they get into findom or send random girls on the internet money. I'm just kidding, but the fact is, a lot of men simply feel like they don't have a purpose anymore. Whether a job or
Whoa, it's almost like what I've been saying the whole video.
career that's fulfilling and pays well, or a woman or family to protect and take care of and provide for. Men are lacking purpose.
Yes.
Men will talk to broken glass
Yes.
for a purpose. But you know what does make them feel like they have a
Yes. 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 Yes.
purpose?
Yes. Well, God gave me a purpose. God gave me a purpose, but yeah. Men need purpose to be happy in life. They need to find a calling. Let that be money, a belief, religion, even Andrew Tate. They need something to live by, to uphold. And they need something that's worth their time. I have pride in God. And so I live by him and through his will. You are born without value as a guy.
Is scooping these guys up after a decade of lol male
He's
tears
not wrong.
is insane. Andrew Tate isn't the solution to men's problems, but he is talking to them. The fact is, you did not care about them for years, and even now you just want to recruit them, not help them. And that's why you will fail. And hey, maybe I'll be the Andrew Tate of the left. Men, listen up. Wash your penis. So I guess I'll leave you guys with a question. Why do you think male loneliness has been increasing? What are your solutions for this problem? And are you dealing with loneliness?
It's increasing because I can't talk to women. Of course, I'm dealing with loneliness, even though I run a support group. Because, and I don't have a woman. I need to find one to love, build a relationship, start a family with. And my solution is talking with feelings and not showing your emotions, like she said, and accepting your emotions, coming to terms with who you are and what you can do. Because every man in this world can achieve great things, and not only achieve, take their will to the moon. Alright, so we're not done yet. We're back. We have another video here. It's a two-parter video.
Watch it first before you watch this one, so this all makes a lot more sense, and then come back to this one. Link in the description. Now, although there was a lot of support for this video, there was also a lot of hate. A lot of hate. In fact, the most hate that I've probably ever received on a video ever, and if you're...
I'm sure there was.
...I make on this channel, that should be shocking. From angry femcells calling me ugly to angry incels saying I'm a grifter who only wants me.
I was called a the devil and something else for running my support group. I've gotten death threats over it. It's common. Trying to help people. Look what they did to Gandhi. They killed Gandhi. Try to help people. Anyone who tries to do right by the world, they kill him. JFK, killed. Try to do right. People don't like people that do well. I mean, like, bring people happiness.
Into those extremely untrue criticisms, let's get into today's sponsor. Today's
Alright, here we go. Oh. We have an ad. And we're back.
With a lot of people. I got hundreds and hundreds of comments every single day by men venting in my comment section, feeling like for once they were being heard and that they were in a place where they could talk. It was simultaneously the most heartwarming and heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. And this discussion blew up so much that it eventually reached TikTok.
So apparently there's a male loneliness epidemic right now.
Aww. This is the consequences of your own actions.
Men get recognized for the useless things that they are in society, and what do men do?
Oh my god, I'm lonely.
Is there a male loneliness epidemic right now, or are more and more women just progressively realizing that there's a lot better things to do in life than be stuck with a toxic, insecure man?
We're talking about millennial morons now. These are morons. Oh my goodness. The pain. Why don't they feel love? Why can't people feel love anymore? Like, they don't show... They're not showing any deep emotions and feelings for these people. I want to see people actually care for others. Is that too much to ask? Like, what is this suddenly demonizing people that feel horrible? These men feel like dirt. They feel like they've been dragged through the mud, through metal and stone, and yet you make them feel like garbage. You proud? Are these people proud of themselves? Wow.
I don't think we're in the middle of a male loneliness epidemic. We're in the middle of a mass female awakening.
We're in a male loneliness epidemic, and that woman is a moron.
You're just reaping the consequences of your terrible upbringing, your own actions.
Moron.
Some men are lonely because y'all are fucking creeps.
Not all men, hashtag not all men are creeps. Also, men have problems. Alright? We have very, very big problems. And yet, a lot of men can come to terms and accept who they are. You may never forgive the creep or whatever that someone did to you or a bad experience, but not all men are like that. And there's women that are creeps too. Just remember that we're talking about people, human beings, not animals.
Oh, deserve to be lonely. Every single one of them. This is their fault.
Men's loneliness epidemic that's going on. That sounds like it really sucks. Just wondering if they've considered smiling more.
I smile all the time. Everywhere I go, I smile. You know why? It brings happiness to the people that live in constant depression, constant pain. And guess what? Guess what? People, when you smile more, they think you're creepy. They'll hate you and demonize you for it. And yet, I smile more because I know for a fact that I would rather be demonized and bring a little bit of joy to someone. And no, you're not going to get smiling more from men, because men don't show their emotions. They bottle them up. And they'll bottle them up until they die. You know what they show emotions for? When they realize that you are the one they're safe with. The one that not only won't judge them, but will be there when you need them.
Wow, that's a really funny joke. I've never heard that before.
Have the men just tried smiling a little bit more?
You know, I'd recommend smiling more.
Have they tried smiling more?
Have you thought about smiling more?
What do you... Men smile all the freaking time. Every time I went to freaking work, I almost feel like I need to pull this up. I had people that literally told me when I go into work, I brought like so much energy to the people at work and so much love that, you know, I brought them joy, happiness, and compassion, and men smile all the freaking time. What is this? I don't know where you are, but men smile all the time. What? Or if there's something I'm missing? Is there something like I don't realize here?
Maybe they should smile more.
This woman's a rat. Look at this rat face. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna murder your whole family, doesn't it? Oh yeah. You want to see me do this? Sure. Oh yeah. Oh, I hope you're happy. Sure. Are you pleased?
Maybe they should try to smile more. Have they tried smiling more?
That's awful.
Have they tried smiling? Is this why people think women aren't funny?
They aren't.
Bleak.
This woman is, though. Holy crap. And yes, women are funny. That was a joke.
The only place where this insanity happened. The thumbnail of my video went viral on Twitter, which led to some of the most funniest and unhinged reactions. So we are going to go through some of these and talk about them, as well as some of the angry comments I got from the manosphere. Let's jump into it. Male loneliness is not real and not valid. Men are lonely.
Alright. I'm gonna get a drink. 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink. Twitter. I'm back. Here we go. We're going deeper, Leo. It's Twitter time.
Because they are terrible. Why doesn't anyone have empathy for men?
Moron alert. We have empathy for men because they're human beings and they deserve love like anyone else. They also provide great infrastructure for society. Without men, we wouldn't have many things in our world. They also provide companionship to not only women, but other gay homosexuals. They provide, well, what have they invented? A lot of things throughout history, but they've also done bad things. How much would we have if we didn't have the empathy that we had for men, huh? Oh wait, why am I having an intellectual conversation with this guy? He's a moron, I forgot.
Men were born bad. Men are subhuman.
Men are... I need my rosé. Subhuman, huh? They're subhuman. You're subhuman. Did that feel nice? How do you feel? Feel better? No, you feel like garbage, because calling someone subhuman is a subhuman thing to do.
Loneliness can't be cured because they can't relate to actual human beings. Most men are born useless and are meant to die alone.
Meant to die alone. Well, I'm sure Eve and Lilith, depending on what you believe from the Bible, most people it's Eve, would probably disagree with you. Just saying. Maybe not Lilith, but Eve would. For sure. Adam would. Yeah, Adam and Eve would. And born useless. This is not a defense, but how many nice things would you not have if it wasn't for the internet? And how many nice things would you not have if it wasn't for your iPhone or your Samsung? They made these things, so how useless are they? Also, I want you to come over, just like before. Say this to that little boy. Say that, hi, 15-year-old boy that was molested as a child. You were born useless and are meant to die alone, huh? How about that? Go kill yourself, huh? You might as well just tell him that. This person is a monster. How dare you? Where is it? How dare you disgrace Dragon Guard 3, one of the best games. How dare you use that profile picture? Monster.
Nah, male suicide rate needs to be higher. These men are 100% the most...
Madam, have you ever went into a person's house and found them dead from suicide? You know how traumatizing it was? Do you know what that felt like? No, you don't. And you don't want that. I'm sure that was just a young person not understanding what it is in life. And, I've seen what, support group failure and getting a call in the middle of the night can go through. And I will live with that for the rest of my days. But wishing the suicide rate was higher. It's not just a monster, but a demon's thought. Truly, not only heinous, but evil. Evil.
misogynistic demons on the planet and deserve every bit of loneliness they feel. LOL. You don't understand the pleasure it gives me to see these men crying and depressed. Imagine losing the world that's literally built for you.
Yeah, but there's still people that have feelings and want love. And I'm sure there's a man who would meet you and care for you. Just like you could care for them. You might not accept their embrace, but they would die for you. I'm sure that person's out there. You just had never found him.
This is an insane question to ask, considering how society continues to fail women and girls at every turn. It's crazy how men's well-being is considered an immutable responsibility, but women's well-being isn't even considered.
This is wrong. I consider women's feelings all the time. In my group, we start with the women's feelings. We start if they're in the safe space. In fact, the boys in my group always want the women to go first to make sure that they are okay, to make sure that their feelings, because we all understand the will that it takes. We know that it's harder for the women's and what they went through. Usually it's sexual abuse. And we let them talk about their relationships and how their lives are going first. We know how hard it is to talk about their feelings because we deal with our emotions. And some of the men even cope listening to the women's feelings in my group. So, not considered, women not even being considered is a complete lie. Not true. I have more women in my support group than men, and I can't say things that happen to them in particular, but like, from cutting themselves to, molestation and worse. I'm just gonna say, like, I would die for the people in my group. Any of them. And I care that much about them. Because they deserve a better life than they were given. And my life is broken. My body doesn't work as right as well as other people. I'm not going to get into my medical history, but basically, I would care for the kids in my group. And yes, there is a problem for him.
How delightful. A tweet from Earth 2. I'm so tired of the idea that we must have infinite empathy for men's loneliness while women are sexual
She's not wrong. But she's also not right. Ready? Sexualized from birth, assaulted, harassed, raped. Men don't seek women, say it all the time, because of harassment charges, HR problems. Most men found their girlfriends at work. They don't do that anymore. Raped. Yes, there was a lot of rape victims, but you gotta understand the rape assaultant and the victim. Okay, both are, obviously the rapist is not in the right state of mind or head. And, if everything checks out, they're a horrible person. But let's say they didn't have a father figure, they didn't grow up, or no one told them what are the right things to do. You have to have sympathy, but you also you need to have compassion. There's a woman in my group who, when we went to visit her assailant, rapist, and she forgave him because he truly tried to get better, and he did. He became a better person. And over-sexualized from birth. I don't look at a single woman, and the people in my group, I tell them the same thing. Must respect the way someone dresses. You must go with culture and care when going out. You must act, I'm going to say this, with vanity and pride. Take care of yourself. You don't have to be over sexualized. Internet, social media, videos, movies, they sexualize them because that's what sells. But it's not actually what you need to do. Most men don't even really want to see it. They want surprised. And killed for something? I can't speak to that.
You know, we can talk about multiple things at the same time, right? Also, it's strange to say that society doesn't care about women's sexual. We have domestic violence shelters that we can go to. Men don't. Men being assaulted by women, men being raped, is all played off as a joke. When a little boy is assaulted by an older woman, it's seen as cool and hot. Society is f***ed up all around. It's not a competition. It is not a zero.
There's a boy in my group that was molested by a woman. It wasn't cool. It was depressing. He's scarred for life. And he lashed out, and because of that trauma he had, and with no outlet, before he came, molested a 3-year-old. Well, it was the 3-year-old, well, it was due to the trauma of the girl in the first place that led him to those outcomes. They should be taken with just as much seriousness as any girl having the same problem happen to them. The reason women have it is because it happens more. But it should be taken with complete sincerity. That boy could have had such a good life.
Some game. My video can exist alongside your advocacy for women's rights. As long as you're not saying dumb fucking shit, I will stay out of your way. I don't give a fuck about male loneliness. Like, bro, if you can't meet a girl, just dial up the queer homie and hook up like a normal person. God.
What? Moron. That's right. I keep forgetting that. I forgot. Moron. Twitter, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, men aren't just naturally queer. Sorry about that. It's my birthday today. This is going to be released on my birthday. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, me. I went to, as a deacon, I went to two gay men's house today, and they gave me cake, and we hanged out as friends. And it was great, because they are my very close friends that I love to hang out with. Love it. But I am not gay and never will be, and I'm not going to dial up a gay man to cure my loneliness. And neither will any normal person. So this normal hookup, oh, moron.
Men are lonely on an epidemic scale. Why don't they just cuddle and make out?
What? Why is this a common tweet?
Why don't they just befriend and date each other? Problem solved. I love this advice.
Okay. Not date each other, but befriend each other. That's good. Men do need to befriend each other. Talking to other men, talking through your problems as a feeling. I like to... If anyone's ever seen Ted Lasso, the Diamond Dogs, where they talk about their relationships, amazing. Yeah. Talking about women as a group of men actually really, statistically, has been shown on paper to work, to help. So, yeah, I think that would be pretty helpful.
Just be gay. Simply become gay. Are you a lonely man? Are you a fucking loser? Consider sucking Tell me why I, as a queer woman, should take time out of my day to care about men and their issues. Quickly.
Because without men, there wouldn't be any more population. Without men, there wouldn't be an infrastructure that you live by. Without men going to other countries, you wouldn't have a safe place to be queer. I think there's like 5,000 reasons.
Not disabled. Why should I care about disabled people? Why talk about unions or workers' rights when I'm self-employed? If I only cared about causes that only affected me, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. I mean, yes, you don't have to care. You don't have to care about everything. But it doesn't affect me, so why should I care is just a terrible reason not to care. There's no such thing as misandry, just women who have had bad experiences with men and have woken up. There's no such thing as racism. Just white people who have had bad experiences with black people. That's you. That's what you sound like. Can't stand this sort of pathetic pity party. We live in a time of abject plenty compared to any other time in history. Yeah, stop being depressed. You have a bunch of cheap plastic shit from China. Line goes up. World's more gooder. Male loneliness epidemic, and it's just them not being able to get laid. Like, we really don't give a... I love how this...
Just them not being able to get laid. I don't think a single person in my support group cares about having sex with anyone. They don't desire intercourse. They desire a personal growth and relationship with someone. They desire love from another person because their family, their mother, father, were either gone or never provided it for them, or as a kid or as them were misused, misshown, and wasn't given the right to love.
Like, we really don't give a... I love how this is always the go-to when it comes to this conversation. Oh no, the men aren't getting laid. But if you, like, actually talk to some of these guys, like, even if you talk to some of these incels, the ones who, like, don't hate women, they're gonna tell you that it's not really about sex. It's about companionship. It's about friendship. It's about having a girlfriend, a wife, a family. And a lot of these people were like, well, that's why we should just legalize sex work and Honestly, I don't think that's a solution. Maybe it's like a temporary one, but it's kind of like putting a band-aid on a broken leg. I don't think paying for meaningless sex with a stranger.
You're gonna go have sex with a stranger? Prostitution's legal in Vegas. Or Nevada. Congratulations. And no, it doesn't help.
Is going to solve the problem. In fact, it might make it worse over time. Instead of male loneliness epidemic, call it a cis male unfuckability crisis.
I'm not going into this one. Because it's pretty much what I already said. And it's not just cis males. I have a transgender male to female in my group. And she wanted to have men come up to her and feels as she transitioned disconnected from society because she's realized that men have become, for the word, pansies and won't even approach her. So you know what? No.
It's
I'm not
just
going
like what
to.
I said in the video. They have to add cis now because they don't want to insult trans men. Men suck. I hate them. Oh, not you. You're not a man. Yikes. Bruh, when they stop kicking women, I'll stop generalizing them. Maybe I'll start worrying about their loneliness when they stop unaliving and making children.
What? Okay. Calling all men rapists is... Oh, wait. First off, we're talking to a moron. Remember that. Is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And like I said before, women also, rape children and women. And women do it by putting them to sleep and they don't even remember it. And yet it still affects them on a deep scale. So I don't want to hear this nonsense from this person because no. Just no.
Yeah, lonely guys, stop being children, and maybe you won't be so lonely. What's all this hubbub about male loneliness? Y'all are acting like you're oppressed when I've opened myself up to friendships and relationships with you just to get told I have sucking eyes.
Then you haven't met good people? I never would say that to anyone. And you can't let a guy say that to you, too. So obviously, guess what? She didn't learn the lesson that men want you more than you want them.
That is hyper-specific. Not everyone is your ex-boyfriend. All of men's problems are created by themselves. How is it women's responsibility to fix them? Seriously, why is it always women's job to fix everything? Any chance to blame other women she seems to always take. LMAO, you are the problem. It's you carrying water for the patriot.
Men try to fix the problems as well. I try to fix not just men's problem, but everyone's problems. Human beings' problems. To help them be happy. Because there's nothing more important in this world than happiness.
Blaming women for men feeling lonely and radicalized. I find it repulsive anytime I see a woman like her do shit like this. It makes me actively turn violently against things that even I would originally think are nuanced topics. And also, yes, men are lonely. No, it's not up to women to fix that. Nazi bitch. Things I blamed in the video. Technology, social media, dating apps, and the commodification of love. The media, low wages, the housing crisis, social alienation, lack of community, the left not speaking to men, the feeling of having no purpose. Things I didn't blame. Women! Now this might come as a shock to you, but not everything has to do with women. Sometimes we can talk about other things. Sometimes those other things are not women. My video was about society as a whole. And yes, that includes women. I never said.
It is sexist on such a humongous scale for them to say that she blamed women for males' loneliness, because that's just simply like not the case, and she's a woman herself. So like, are they pea brain? Oh wait. Maybe she'll get it too. They're morons. That's right. That's right.
It was women's responsibility. I think I mentioned women like once, and it was to say that women are also lonely, but that the media and society treats women's loneliness much differently than it treats men's loneliness. And yet, thousands of tweets and comments about how I was apparently blaming women and how it's not women's fault. It's to the point where I'm like, is this projection? Do you think it is your fault? But again, my video was not about you. My video was about men. And if you want to listen to a video about women and women's problems, like I said in the original video, tune into literally anything else. Go to any college campus, turn on any TV show, watch a CIA ad.
She's so embarrassing. Made an entire career out of being a pick-me. You didn't watch the video. And I'm not going to. Well, I didn't watch the video because I'd rather shoot myself than sit through a shoot video. Can someone take one for the team and watch this vid to get an answer?
I'm sorry, but it was a 20-minute long video. I have ADHD, and I know some of y'all do too, but I know you motherfuckers are watching 5-hour YouTube documentaries about shit like iCarly. I know you can take time out of your busy schedule from being the most miserable people on earth and watch a 20-minute long video.
Honestly, I don't.
Paying attention now? She doesn't need to say it's women's for us to know.
Okay, I didn't have much to say here, but I have something to say on this. Because she was defending herself greatly. She doesn't need to say anything women's fault to us. That's exactly what she means. It's not women's fault for men being lonely. Simple as that. It's that our food is bad and changing, how we act. And the rise of the internet changes how we act. And the rise of the almighty HR department, like she said, changes how we act. And no one accepting their feelings changes how we are. But no, I won't blame women.
This is like bordering on schizophrenia. Yeah, she didn't say it, but we all know she did. This is why I advocate for mental health care to be free. We need to get these through some therapy.
Male loneliness this, male...
My support group basically is free therapy, and no one pays for my group. As of right now, it's not even a donation. I've had them give me money out of the kindness of their own heart, but I don't have a donation place. And all money I ever got goes back into the group. I don't keep anything. So there's places you can go to get mental help for free.
Loneliness that. Do you know how isolating it feels to almost never be able to develop genuine friendships with men because they see you as nothing more than an object for sexual conquest? I'm gonna tell you something not many people probably have told you in your life. It's not about you. I get that the friend zone is a very frustrating thing to deal with. Trust me, I know. Nothing worse than enjoying being friends with a guy, but not having a romantic attraction and having to cut him off because you don't want to lead him on or hurt him. It sucks being girlfriend zone. But coming into this conversation, basically like, woe is me, so many people want to fuck me, is a little insane. Like, maybe if this discourse was about...
Let me put this in perspective. I never went up to a woman and was like, oh, I want to have sex with you. I never saw a woman who was like, oh, I don't see sex as nothing more than procreation. I don't see it as pleasure. I don't see it as fun. I see it as a love embrace with the one that you live your life with. as when you have sex, you release hormones to make you more attracted to that person, and then when you leave them, it pains you. It burns you on the inside. So, I refused every chance I ever gotten until I am with the one that I know will be the love of my life. And if you can't find a guy who can do that and it's worth your time, then shame on you.
Friend zone, this would make sense. But this is like barging into a conversation full of starving people and being like, I ate too much chicken tendy, guys. My tummy hurts. Like, get out of here. Women got sick of men being
New Jersey accent.
women were second-class citizens, so now men are facing loneliness. Yeah, this is payback to you for not letting women vote decades ago. You personally, men failed themselves. They built a whole system for their benefit, and in the moment it starts to crumble because the oppressed class they've always subjected, women, is waking up. They start to put the blame on us, cowards and dangerous misogynists. So first of all, nobody's putting the blame on you. Nobody did that. I didn't do that. You made that up in your heads. And second of all, this system wasn't created for the average man. It was created for the rich and powerful. It benefits the rich and powerful.
They have their boots on our necks, and the handmaidens are like, oh no, they look kind of sad.
I'm sorry, who has their boot on your neck? All men? You know who has their boot on your neck? The satanic pet who's in charge of our government. These soulless demonic corporations that would throw your mother into a wood chipper if it made them make an extra penny. That's who has the boot on your neck. Not Joe Schmo working 2 jobs so he doesn't get evicted.
Here's some male loneliness discourse for you. Do you ever at all, even for a second, consider the problem is you? That maybe, just maybe, the reason you're lonely is that you are an awful human being, truly just awful, and that it's right that you are lonely? It's fair.
Not everyone's awful, and awful people that do horrible, awful things can also do good and amazing things. And no, I don't think anyone has a right to be lonely. I just think everyone has the right at not only a chance of redemption and enlightenment, but also the chance of love, because we're human beings. And even if you're an awful person, you still deserve a chance at being loved or providing it. Is that saying I would give Hitler the chance to love someone? If Hitler had redemption, yes, I would even forgive him. Because as horrible, as awful as he was one of the worst people that ever did exist. Everyone, at some point, it's not about second chances, but do deserve redemption and love from someone. Even Hitler had a horrible family upbringing. Why do you think he turned out? Well, look at how he turned out. If someone had showed him compassion, maybe he wouldn't have did all the horrible things he did.
I mean, yeah, they probably do consider that. The suicide rate doesn't fly.
Maybe if some men weren't bigots, the solution to
There's
male loneliness
female
is
bigots
literally
too.
being a better person.
I love that the implication here is that lonely people are bad people. Every lonely man is just a bigot and a racist and an anti-hate fan. I guess it makes it easier for them to like not care about this if they paint these people as the enemy. If you dehumanize the enemy, it makes it easier to sleep at night, I suppose. Now, I started noticing a reoccurring pattern with a lot of these accounts. A lot of these accounts getting mad about or like dismissing the male loneliness discourse. Many of them have OnlyFans. This is relevant because like out of everyone on earth, why would those people be so mad about someone wanting to solve or at least bring attention to?
Like I said, there's people in my support group that see the worst in men because they run an OnlyFans account, and how horrible they are, and how, they turn into animals when they see girls online. That's why, like I said, you can't have young people online looking at that stuff because they don't know how to act. And they'll say terrible things, private message these women, and they see just the worst in male kind. They see the worst actions, the worst pain, the worst suffering, and don't see any of the good in men. So I hope she brings that up.
Male loneliness epidemic. This is like a crack dealer getting mad at people talking about crack addiction. This is your opinion, and this is where it belongs. Have a good day. I can say that, okay? I'm a YouTuber. That's far more degrading than being an OnlyFans model. Her face looks like she's pandering to parents. That makeup style is so catered to parents. They're actively trying to make themselves look like kids. Ah yes, children. Notorious for wearing big fake eyelashes and 10 pounds of eyeliner. What? Can't stand this bitch and her side part. Bitches with this makeup style piss me the fuck off. They always wear that type of makeup. Looking at her makeup, I already know the type of person she is.
Whoa, I don't understand.
By her makeup.
What's going on here?
That makeup tells everything I need to know.
What's wrong with her makeup?
This is literal NPC behavior. Not watching the video, blindly spewing the exact same insult. Just, I have no argument and I must scream. They don't even know why they're mad. They just saw a woman in the thumbnail of a video about men and their brains just broke. Her makeup doesn't look like ours. Her hair is styled differently than ours. Should I be like extra cute in this thumbnail? Would that piss them off? I'm not like other girls. Why do we hate her again? Guys, why do we hate this person again? Can't form my own opinion. Help. Why do we hate her? Why do all incel adjacent women look like this? When you're
Incel adjacent?
men's issues online and they can't outright call you an incel, they just call you incel adjacent, I guess. And when they're not calling you incel adjacent, they're breaking out all reliable pick me behavior. Pick me girls are so CEO of Pick Me, high priestess of Pick Me Church. So I am the CEO of Pick Me and the high priestess. Maybe this video will boost me to Pick Me goddess. Watch out, Pearl. I'm coming for your title. Now I've already
Saying,
Pick Me insult in other videos, but
you know, insults like that is
I've been hearing it for over a decade now. And there are people who absolutely
to offend other people is wrong.
from both genders.
On
Men who talk about how much they hate men, women who talk about how much they hate women. But I don't hate women. My mom is a woman. My sister is a woman. My friends are women. I am a woman. I can't be womanophobic. I have women friends. But the insult is just
the
beyond overused nowadays. Every woman who doesn't
slur insult on the offensive people just hurts their soul and your own.
fall in line and agree with their opinions.
That-
But it's not going to work here because I am socially retarded and borderline autistic. So you have no power here. You can't tell me what to believe. You can't change my opinions. You're not my boyfriend. I hope this bitch fails to wake up in the morning. Her terrorism still hasn't stopped. Oh my god. She's still relevant? She should have went down with her anti-feminism shtick a few years ago.
What what?
Fell off by now. If you want to know how I didn't fall off, if you want to know how I'm still relevant after 10 years, look in a fucking mirror. You stop being cringe, I stop being relevant. Deal? Fun fact, I reached out to incel accounts for help with this video. No, I'm not kidding. Well, yeah, it's good to go to the source and talk to the people who have experience with the subject I'm talking about. I'm not lonely and I'm not a man, despite what the mainstream media may say. I do not, in fact, have a penis. Do not put in the paper that I have a penis.
We scour the internet for weird video to show you, and the other day we came across this. The weird was like, wow.
The problem is, it just affirms this.
I think that's pretty funny. That I do like Tucker Carlson there.
What? This is exactly the thing I talked about in my video. These people don't want to actually help men. They just want to recruit them into their little political tribe. Would it be cool if everyone agreed with me politically? I was gonna say
That's why there's no politics allowed in my support group. There's no sides to be given. We are there to support and to help each other and to grow as people and to feel love by someone that actually cares.
Yes, but honestly, that would be a little horrifying. That would be a very scary world. My My goal wasn't to convert men to agree with me politically. My goal was just to bring attention to this issue and put a spotlight on it. It is cool when people tell me, oh, you've changed my mind on this, you've changed my mind on that. I love that. I love to see that. I was unaware that was my job. My job is to get on YouTube and say poo poo pee pee, and everyone go ha 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 and give me money. But in this case, it was for me to go, hey, the men are not okay, and for people to go, damn, that sucks, and give me money. Prayer U is sharing Shoe0nhead's video now. Explain to me how she's still a leftist. I personally think it's a good thing when people agree on good things. There should be more people agreeing on good things, quite frankly. I feel like a lot of good things would be done in this country if more people agreed on good things. I don't know. I think it's pretty neat that this might be...
She's absolutely right. It is a good thing when people agree on good things, even though that's not an intellectual sentence. Yes, she is correct. Having people agree and build from a good thought leads to more and better good things. And it could probably lead to the epidemic we have in our country being dissolved and men actually growing to be better than they are and growing as people and better, and loneliness disappearing. So if more people talk about it and more people bring it up and more people realize that, hey, these men are having issues, and the more we can help grow as a society.
First and last time, a video that talks about alienation under capitalism and says the term material conditions will be shown to a massive right-wing audience like PragerU. But hey, don't worry your little heart. This will never happen to a left-wing YouTuber you watch. The internet feminists weren't the only ones booty blasted about my video. I also rustled the jimmies of some in the manosphere. You just want more OnlyFans subscribers. You don't care about male loneliness.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Okay, so this isn't from Twitter, so it's not a moron. Okay. This is a Mowan. Mowan. Not a moron, Mowan. It's from Twitter. It's from YouTube.
She's actually a man dressed as a woman. That's why she or he is there speaking about men's issues.
A man dressed as a woman? I don't think so.
Fellas, protect your sanity, your seed, and your wallet in these current times. These women are shapeshifters.
What?
This chick is gonna hit the wall in 10 years. That's why she cares about male loneliness. She sees many cats in her future. They want us back on the plantation, gentlemen. Hold the line. I don't really understand what the conspiracy here in general is, though. Like I'm just talking about a subject I found important and interesting, like I've been doing on this.
It's because men can't express their feelings. They can't open up, so they attack. There's nothing to don't feel bad about it. I've had situations like this before. She brought up a light of hope for these people, and they don't know how to respond. They don't know how to act. They don't know what to do. And she's done them a real good favor.
And these guys are like, stay strong, brothers. Don't give in to temptation. Why are we listening to women about male?
Oh, here's a more.
Plenty of male figures discussing this. Honestly, I'm gonna say it.
Doesn't matter.
SJW behavior, liberal behavior, woman behavior, who imply that I shouldn't speak or be listened to about a subject because I'm not the correct gender. Anyone can talk about anything they want. That's free speech, bit. You don't have to listen. You can make your own video talking about the subject.
And literally she has every right to talk about the subject, and I'm glad she did, because getting this message out there helps so many people. Like, honestly, this woman has, if my support group members found this video, reached it out to me, and got it to me. She has helped so many people that, like, honestly, like, if she heard this, I would just say thank you. Like just genuine thank you for helping people. Oh, here's a Mo one.
Person who will only talk about an issue because it's popular. Women suddenly want to help men, but only because it benefits them and their causes.
Well, now not only are conservative women talking about it, but also the left. This is the problem with the women that decide to come forward and speak about men's issues. They don't care about men's issues. You must ask the question. Now that they're coming around and talking about men's issues, is it to help men or to win men into their cause?
It's to help men. This woman doesn't care at all. She brought up the left a lot in that video, and I know she probably wants to bring men to the left at some point, probably. But I think she was just bringing up the fact that, you know, the right has Andrew Tate and the left has nobody. But I see that she genuinely cares. And it's that she knows that people need help and wanted to bring this to light, not that she wanted their political people on their side, men bring them to their side. No, I don't believe that.
So first of all, let me just clear something up, because some of you seem a bit confused. I started talking about these subjects 10 years ago, way back before it was popular to do so. Back when I was doxxed, harassed, had angry feminists calling my job and trying to get me fired over mocking pop feminism and talking about men's issues. And a lot of these people coming at me now, telling me I'm jumping on a bandwagon, started like 2 or 3 years ago, when it was safe to do so. So with all due respect, sir,
Stay out of my territory.
but in full seriousness,
That's
good when more people talk about this subject. I'm glad you talk about this. I'm glad there are people like the honey badgers who have been talking about this stuff for a very long time. This girl is a fake who wants every man to be a castrated beta male feminist commie like her boyfriend probably is. She takes advantage of men like this. Do not listen to her.
She never said that in the video. This is insanity. This is a guy who obviously doesn't know what life is. Every man to be castrated. She never said that. In fact, in the video, she's wanted men to have more kids. Beta male feminist commie. Well, she's not a communist. She is a leftist, lightly, but, you know, not a communist. She takes advantage of men like this. I don't think she was taking advantage of anyone. I think she was trying to genuinely help people. Do not listen to her. It was just, but... Alright, how about this? This person probably comes from the South. The woman who did that video, this Shoe0nhead here, is genuinely only trying to help people with that video. And just as a man here who can't accept it, I know it's hard to come and cope with your feelings. But no, it's not about being castrated or being... It's about being sincere. It's not about being a pansy, talking about your humanity or human emotions. Or, you know, like a faggot. No. No. It's about being strong. Coming to terms with who and what you are, and coming to terms with your emotions. It's coming to terms to talk to people. Coming to terms with your sexuality. It's coming to terms with you being a human being. You gotta help people. And this man doesn't understand that.
Lefty women want to help men become good feminists who devote their lives to helping women have all the power so they can make men their servants. Basically, we need to help men destroy men. That's the only way men should be helped. We women said so. Shoe0nhead. Real quote, never trust a woman, even if they are saying the truth. It's so weird how, like, they need to
What? Oh, yeah. Right. Again, this wouldn't happen if this person had a wife who actually, like, girl, you know, this man wants you more than you want him. Make him stop saying stupid stuff on the internet.
even if they are showing empathy and like caring about this subject that she's just like a lying snake. Literally just a mirror universe of themselves. It's mommy and daddy issues all the way down. Ladies, be a good mom to your sons. Fellas, be a good dad to your daughters. Try to prevent creating the most insufferable, annoying people on earth, please. I don't know if it's because I grew up with a good relationship with both of my parents or what, but this gender war shit is just so toxic, man. Men and women need each other, you know?
Yeah, they do.
Yin and yang, and the yin and yang is being torn apart by miserable people.
Miserable people on the internet.
Miserable as well. One of the most valid criticisms
We're here to help and support each other as human beings.
any solutions. And honestly, that's because I don't have any. I wanted to talk about the problem, but I don't know how to solve it. A lot of YouTubers and streamers and talking heads.
You don't. You don't solve it. You accept it. You cope with it. You move forward. The only way to solve it is to acknowledge it. And then after you acknowledge it, and this is men have to do it. You must realize that risk of not only rejection, but the consequences of the actions you provide will make you happier in life. And if one fails, if you fail, you are one in a million. And you gotta come to terms with accepting who you are and how to be happy.
Will get up on their platform and like pretend they know the answers to everything. But the truth is, I don't. I just think that it's a step in the right direction to be like, hey men, you're struggling, but you're not a bad person. You matter. And if I could snap my fingers and cure this, I absolutely would. But at the end of the day, men are men. And man problems require man solutions. And that solution, of course, is giving me money. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm reading the...
Okay, so she was really good.
Comments on that video all the time.
I want to say these two videos were very enlightening. I'm glad I got to give my opinions on it. And I want to thank my support group for recommending to me this video. I hope everyone on my channel in public have a fantastic day. I hope they learned something from my thoughts here. I hope, you know, if you have anything, disagreements or anything you want to talk about to me, by all means, you know, I'm always open to the discussion with the comments. You know, I love to hear and talk about, you know, situations, you know. But yeah, please keep it civil here in the comments here, because, you know, I like to keep this as a judge-free zone here, or here on my channel here. Yeah, you know, everyone wish me a happy birthday. This is coming out on my birthday. You know, it's actually my birthday right now. It's 6 a.m. This will be coming out in about 6 hours. So, thank you, all of you, and I hope you all have a great day. appreciate all you, really. And I also want to say thanks. Really great video on Shoe0nhead's part. I really genuinely appreciate what she did for the men in America making these videos, and I will pray for her well-being. And I hear that she has like a child now, and I will pray that child grows up strong and successful in life.